chaos, the commander of death.
I gotta find myself, I gotta be a man, I gotta find him now, I gotta be a man.
You got this.
I gotta be a man.
Where are they? Hit her again.
It's over.
It can't be over. You think you can kill me? How about it?
I gotta find myself, gotta find it now. I gotta be a man. I gotta find it now. I gotta be a man. I gotta be the man. When I come to town for the last time, pull up in a fast car for the first time. I gotta say goodbye.
I tried to be the hero.
See me why. I gotta make me on my soul. Nobody know me.
Don't.
They put a
You're so constant. You may be the chancellor, but I'm in charge.
Who is this?
You know who it is.
Fire.
Gotta find it now, I gotta be a man. I gotta find it now, I gotta be a man. I gotta be the man.
She's used to running, it's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, Eliza Taylor! Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. It's been so long. How's your con been? This is the last panel.
It's uh-oh.
Oh, there we go.
It's been amazing. Like I'm so stoked that you guys have come. Thank you for supporting us. It means the world.
And thank you for putting on this con, honestly.
Hey. We've done so many at this point, and we feel like, it's just, we want it to be a really good and intimate experience for the fans, and I hope that you guys have felt that. That's
Mission accomplished.
Yay!
So Eliza and I have a little bit of a surprise for you. We want to get this right out of the way.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Okay. So many of you were here at ConAgeddon last year. Eliza revealed that she had donated her episode 307 Selfies with Alycia to Cancer Gets Lost. So we're going to auction them off right now.
Yeah.
So what the deal is we have printed them out. They're not super high resolution, but they're from your old Android.
Yes,
from
they are.
2015.
From 2015.
There is one that's like solid and one's a little bit blurry because Alicia's making a dorky face.
Yeah.
And with Alycia Debnam-Carey's permission,
Yes.
we are doing this, and it is full circle. This is Eliza Taylor's con.
Yes,
It's series.
look, yeah, I know. It's, this is, I think it, like in the beginning it caused a little bit more of an issue than we thought it would. People got upset but then I'm going to get emotional. Then we lost our little Isla recently, and she was one of our first students at the school, and we lost her to cancer. So this is for her, and that's why CGL have dedicated this auction to Isla and her family.
And every cent raised here and on that auction and in the Pops will announce later, it goes to Cure Childhood Cancer, which is an organization in Atlanta that dedicates all of their money to cancer research and supporting the families in cancer. So, yeah. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. We want to we're not going to hide it from the internet. So Eliza and I are going to hold up the selfies, and you guys can take photos and share them on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then she's going to sign them. And then we're literally going to have people stand up with their hands, starting at $100 increments. We're going to take 5 minutes. We're going to auction these off, and at the end, we can meet up for PayPal. But right now, let's do this. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, I'll have the blue one. This is for charity. My own father has cancer. This means the world to me and Eliza.
One at a time?
Yes, this is the non-blurry one.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Stand up, please. Okay, stand up.
This is from episode 307, behind the scenes with Alycia and Eliza.
Very cute.
She is going to be signing it in a minute, so thank you. Feel free to share them. Please tag Cancer Gets Lost.
Louder reaction.
For True Childhood Cancer, and thank you very much.
All right, I should sign this one, hey?
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
The blurry one where Alicia's making a dorky face, but it's still super, I think it's adorable.
What the heck?
We have one rule with
You're like my hype guy.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how many people would kill to be here?
We want to do it like
Because I'm here to bed.
analyze this time because it was her idea to donate it for charity. Okay, one
They are signed.
They are signed officially, okay? So this is what's going to happen. Whoever wins them, we ask you please don't tweet their name. It is their choice whether or not they choose to share it online afterwards. So, if you just don't give the respect to the people who actually bid on and win them, it's their choice to then share their own version of it, the signed version. And then basically here's what's going to happen. Let's start with the non-blurry one. And it's going to be a live auction. We've never done this before.
No, we have not.
We have not. I'm going to start the bid at $100.
$100!
Okay. Do I hear 200? Do I hear 300? I see hands. Okay. Okay. Yep. Do I hear $400? Okay. There's 2 hands. There's one up here, one up here, one up here. $500. $500. I'm gonna cry.
This is so nerve-wracking.
Like, what's gonna happen? $1,000.
How much? $3,000. 3,000?
3,000? $4,000 going once.
What do you people do?
How much?
Pardon?
Full one, I think.
$4,100. $4,300. Going once.
My birthday's coming out.
Going twice. Sold for $4,300. so much for the bottom of my heart. Here, I actually can't do that to you, okay, but we'll do that after.
Oh my goodness, guys. Wow.
That is the best thing I've ever experienced. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Eliza.
One more.
We have one more. All right, okay. Put your money together, people. This is unbelievable.
Wow.
This is the Glorio selfie of Alycia and Eliza signed by Eliza Taylor. And I want you to know that I tried to get it signed by Alycia, but I can't bring 100 items to AMC signings, so I never have been able to. But maybe someday you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I just want to let you know that. We tried really hard. I know, we're waiting to put it there. Okay, we're going to start the opening bid at $100, maybe $100 for the Glorio selfie. $1,000 in the front.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you had a heart attack. This is amazing. All right. Do I hear $1,100 for the selfie?
What, how many?
1,100?
She's trying to say if there's more people that want.
No, it's okay. I will take $1,100. That's amazing. Is there over here 1,100? Anyone else? 1,200?
Let's go 15. Okay.
15.
We're at 15.
$1,500. Going once. Going twice.
Allie, do you want a bid? Oh my God, I really do. I had to literally.
Okay. 1,500 is amazing, you guys.
1,500 is, yeah, incredible.
All right. Yeah. 1,500 is amazing. So I'm going to do going once.
We want to make it fun. This isn't fun. We're just.
No, we have to like
We're not that high.
No, 1,500. Going once.
Can we make it 17?
You can certainly make it 17.
Sure. 16. All right, 17.
Okay, 17. You try. What? No.
You can't do that.
Put your fingers down. All right. 1,700 going once. 1,700 going twice. Oh!
2,000 over there?
2,000? $2,000. $2,500.
Wow.
All right. Going once for $2,500. Twice. Sold for $2,500. Okay, so I'm a Krista, I'm a Holly, and Toasty. Yes, yes, you can look like Did we just raise $5,500 in this auction for... 65. I can't do math right now. $6,500 for Cure Childhood Cancer in honor of Isla. Thank you so much.
Yes, that's for me. Thank you.
So I guess you guys are here from the Eliza panel.
Yes, I guess so. That was exciting. It was.
I got 50 cents on this one.
Is this for Eliza? I'll take it. So for 50 cents.
You're winning.
All right.
I mean, honestly, again, on behalf of Cancer Gets Lost, which is me, it is an amazing, incredible honor that you donated these with such positive intent. And we did what we wanted to do, and all that matters is raise money for the cause.
It's exactly right. And, you know, I mean, childhood cancer is just something that is it's very close to our hearts, you know. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is for Isla,
This
guys.
is for Isla.
So
Emotional.
Wow.
Amazing.
All right.
I guess we have some questions from the fans.
Yes, I guess we do.
And then,
Sorry
of course,
about that.
we took a lot of time, and I know you don't really mind because it was for charity, but I'll ask a few internet questions, and we'll have you guys line up. If you want to start lining up with the microphone back there.
Yeah, go for it.
Eliza. Okay. You're on page 1.
I need.
E, okay. Okay. At Eliza Taylor WS, not sure what that stands for, what do you think about Clarke Tavia? Is there hope that your friendship will be fixed?
What do I hope for our friendship?
Yeah, which is Clarke Tavia, by the way.
Clarke-tavia.
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
Nice.
I mean, look, she turned into a bit of a crazy bitch towards the end of it. But I hope that, you know, I mean, I feel like there is definitely hope for us to become a team again now that she's out of that bunker, which, to be fair, being in that bunker would drive me mentally insane. I couldn't imagine being trapped underground for 6 years. Hell no.
You would like being in a hotel room for one night.
That's true. I don't. I'm very claustrophobic. I hate elevators. I can't. The idea of being underground makes me scared. I went through the tunnel here in Boston, and that terrified me because it goes underwater. And I was like, ah! So, yeah, not for me.
So this show must really scare you a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I really can't breathe still. Okay. At Coffee Cat 15 would like to know, will anyone find out exactly what Clarke went through during the 6 years? Meaning, once you reunited with everybody, do you think you actually had a conversation and told them what you went through?
Clarke, I mean, it's funny. She turned into a very private person, I feel like, after being alone for 6 years. Well, no, she had Maddie. She had Maddie. But being alone for quite some time, I mean, even just being on your own and thinking you're the only living human on the planet for a couple of months would be very difficult, and we've learned to keep things to yourself because no one's listening apart from Kevin the Eagle. No, like the vulture.
Eagle?
The vulture. Well, they're both feet.
Right. Okay.
People.
That's true.
I'm not
Do
sure
you know
the funny thing about that
people, by the way?
was.
I'm not sure eagles eat people.
Well, no, they eat meat. Though.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Don't they? Yeah, I thought so.
Okay. All right.
I read stuff. But I remember they had to put like a piece of raw chicken under my sleeve so that he would peck at me, the vulture. And just the feeling of it, I was like, please don't eat actually me. Pretending to be passed out. It was very scary.
At Lexa Griffin's, that's a great name. Is there anything you can tease at all about your character's story arc this season? You've talked about how it's different.
It's very different. I don't know. There's, you know, there's tease and then there's spoil, and it's a very fine line. So I have to tread carefully. But I think that you know, like I've said before, and I'm sure you've heard this, it was one of the most challenging things I've ever had to do, and she is, she is pushed to her absolute limits. But in a very kind of bizarre, entertaining way. And I know that doesn't make sense to you now, but it will later.
That's a great answer, actually. Okay, one last question, and then we have a bunch here, which is, okay, JM would like to know, Clarke appeared to feel isolated from the close-knit group that was in space for 6 years. And most of all, actually, Bellamy, how can you describe their actual dynamic? I mean, I know, again, you're being vague, I know there's a lot during your panel, but if you could use one word to describe the dynamic between Bellamy and Clarke in season 6.
One word?
One word, or 3.
Joe.
Whatever you want to jump on.
One word? I think strong is a good word.
That's good, because last year was, it's tumultuous.
It was like, oh, bad.
Yeah.
No, we're strong.
Okay, strong is good. All right, we're going to open the floor to some questions.
G'day.
First of all, you owe me a round of darts.
Yes, apparently you're an amazing dart player. And I was boasting at the VIP party the other night about being amazing at darts. And then you said that you could, what did you say? You could throw them behind your back or something? You could,
No, I could play with your hand.
oh, no, you could change hands, that's right. Yeah, see, I don't want to go up against you.
My question is, and a little background, I had heard this question asked of Catherine Winnick. You know who she is? She plays Lagertha on Vikings.
Is she the blonde one?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. I've never watched that. I've only seen the posters.
No,
at Comic-Con and
I'm a
stuff.
fan of the show.
Cool.
Someone asked her in an interview, you are raising an army. You can only choose 5 women from either TV shows or movies. No superheroes. Who would you choose?
Jessica Day from New Girl. Because you need her around. I don't know, I love her. She's a problem solver and she's very, very quirky and fun.
If they ever do a
And
new,
she sings.
if she ever do a New Girl reboot, you're gonna get the
I
role.
have to do
have to.
it.
Because you're funny.
I can be funny when I wanna.
Right.
Yeah.
We just don't see that on this show.
We don't see it on the show at all. So I'd have Jessica Day, and they can't be superheroes, right?
Right.
Is Sailor Moon a superhero? Yeah! But she has powers. Do you allow it? It's your question.
She just paid $4,000 for photos, so she can do whatever she
I will
wants.
permit it.
Okay. That'll do. And then, okay, so 5, right? Jesus. I always get stumped by these questions because when I have to think on my feet, I'm like, ah. Oh my God. What's her name from Natasha Lyons from Russian Doll?
Oh, Natasha Lyonne from Russian Doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, her. She's
Nadia. I love her. That's my favorite show.
It's on Netflix right
It's
now.
so good. Oh my goodness. She's amazing. I have a huge girl crush on her.
You don't need to put quotes around that.
No, I was just holding up my 3.
Just checking.
No, I have a very literal girl crush on her. So that's 3. 4 would be, oh my God. Mindy Lahiri from the Mindy Project.
Yes!
I know, yeah. She's a doctor as well, so she can save lives. And then number 5. I'd probably say Raven Reyes.
Excellent. Good question.
Okay. Lost track. Okay, so in season 5, Lexa has like a much bigger presence than maybe 4, or even the second half of 3.
What's that? Sorry, I couldn't find you that. Why is it laughing?
I don't know, they're just
Lexa
like,
didn't have a huge presence in the second half of season 3.
Oh, no, she didn't.
But she lives on!
okay, so my question is, obviously there are a lot of parallels between Maddie, like made between Maddie and Lexa. Specifically, one scene that stood out to me, and this just might be my interpretation, but when Octavia called on Maddie to fight, and Clarke was like, keep it a secret, you're not gonna be the commander, I don't want you to die. And she like shows up last minute. It kind of, to me, looked a little bit like the scene where Lexa had to fight to be like, was challenged and was fighting Rowan.
Yeah.
Was that intentional? Do you think Clarke like kind of saw some similarities there, or?
I mean, I think she definitely saw similarities. I mean, if it was intentional or not, I think that's more of a question for probably the people who wrote it. But I, you know, that's the way that I kind of tried to play it. It was like I've seen, you know, someone I love in that situation, and she also, Lexa did it when she was a kid, right? So, and she was so harrowed by it, having to kill 12 kids to become, or 11 children to become the one that they call commander. She's like, I am not putting you through this novitiate program. I'm not having this happen to you because you're too young. Just like, chill out, man. And she's like, no, it's my path, it's my journey. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm not losing someone else. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. I was wondering, okay, so if I could steal any piece of Clarke's wardrobe, it would be the jacket covered with the soda can tabs from season 5.
She loves soda. Loves it to death. I mean, what was that? Where did whoever she stole it from, probably a dead person. Like, she probably found a dead person in that church and was like, yeah, right. I like that one. But they must have just like been going around collecting cans and just like picking off the little tabs.
Yeah, it's very trash chic.
It is trashy chic.
So I was wondering what your favorite piece was, and did you get to like steal any pieces from set that you really liked?
I've never stolen anything from set, and I want to. Okay, I want the one of Alycia when I drew the monocle on her. I want that because I know that it's hanging up in our studio.
It's on the back of that wall.
It is on the back of that wall. Yeah, I want it. And I'm gonna take it. And I want my season 1 jacket.
Yes!
You know, because like, that's so nostalgic, and we've still got it because we do flashbacks, right? So I really want that. Yeah. Warner Brothers are not taking it from me.
That's right.
No.
Take it from them.
They won't know it's gone by the time I'm out of there.
Hi. So I just want to know from not the acting point of view, but from if you sit and watch the show point of view, what was your favorite season for Clarke, and why? And in those seasons, what was the most difficult lever to pull?
This has become an ongoing joke with me and Jason, that there just has to be a lever. And what would I like? I mean, which one? Which lever? There's so many! I mean, the first one I pulled,
Wasn't that great?
yeah. But, I mean, was there a lever in season 1? I mean, there was when I like shut the...
Yeah, you shut the
When Raven barbecued the grounders?
Yes, with the Ring of Fire.
That was 300, the first 300.
My first 300. Not the last. Yeah, cool, Clarke. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think the Mount Weather one was probably my favorite because I had someone there who helped me to do it, you know, or helped Clarke to do it. It wasn't me. I didn't kill 300 people. And then my favorite season to shoot is, I mean, I've got 2 in the way that season 1 was, so it's so nostalgic for me. It changed my life. It's the reason that I have you guys, that I have a school. It's the reason that I have a job. It's like everything to me. And then season 6, because it was just crazy and one of the most challenging seasons I've had to shoot, and one that I'm the most proud of. So,
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Hey, you did it! Hey, Clarke! Awesome! This is Distressed Clarke from the first episode of season 5.
I know you're not allowed to say much, but one of the things that I love about Clarke is how all the people in her life who she loves leave like these fingerprints on her heart, between her friends, losing her dad. And now that we have new characters coming in this new world, is there a character now, you don't have to say anything towards it, that has that kind of impact on her?
I would say so. I think there is like a character that that is, you know, like a new character who's coming up who will definitely like impact her in, you know, and challenge her in a way she's never been challenged before. So I'm not going to tell you who though. Thank you. You look great. You look disheveled but great. That's the way it's supposed to be. Hey, sunshine. Have a good birthday yesterday.
Thank you. Great day ever.
Good.
So in a Freaky Friday situation, which 2 characters do you think would be the funniest to switch?
Body swap? Oh, in like a Freaky Friday situation. This is a fun question. Oh. Oh, that's so tricky. Do you have any ideas?
Bellamy and Murphy.
Murphy and Donna.
I think like...
Murphy and anybody.
Yeah, so I reckon like doing like a boy-girl swap would be great. Because, you know, they'd look down and be like, what? You know? So maybe like, it'd be funny if like, it's so funny, if Maddie ended up in Bellamy's body. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Yeah, that's my pick. And then he's a 12-year-old girl.
It's funny, Maddie's body, Bellamy's voice.
Hey?
Is
in Bellamy and Maddie's body with the Bellamy voice?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. No, I think it'd be good. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Thanks.
Hi. All right, my question actually is about Maddie, so that was a good segue.
Okay.
So now that Maddie is a commander, how will the dynamic change for you guys in season 6? I'm not sure how much you can say, but will Clarke kind of resume her maybe leader or co-leader role with Bellamy, or step aside a little for Maddie? What's going on that you can actually say?
I can't say much, Dave. I think that, I mean, as far as we get at the end of season 5, Maddie's still under. She's having the long nap, which I think was well deserved for a poor little tiny commander. She's been through a lot. And yeah, I mean, I think that Bellamy and Clarke definitely do step up to that role, since it was Monty's dying wish. So I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So, related to my question, my 3-year-old last night before bed said that she loves you and that you're her favorite.
That's Mira, right?
Mira, yeah.
Yeah.
Related to kids, what are your dreams for the future of your school?
Of my dreams.
For the future of
Oh,
your
for the school? Oh my goodness. I mean, we could be here all night.
Then like 3
You got time? Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, you just donated like a ridiculous amount of money, so let's do it. Look, what we really hope for is to expand. I mean, and it is expanding. We're having a lot of kids. Sadly, we're not legally recognised yet because we don't own the land that we're on, and that for some reason that is, a law in Thailand. But for the kids that we are getting who can't afford an education, who don't have anywhere else to go, they don't mind, and we do follow really specific curriculum. So we just want more kids to, Burmese and Thai and, expat children to come and be educated. And the more that people have been donating, the more we've been able to accommodate that. Like, we just built a couple more classrooms, which is just amazing. So eventually, if we can get to a place, whether it be after this documentary is, or whether it be in a year or 2 or 3, where we can maybe start one in Burma, because my children really need it, and the not-for-profit structure is very tricky for them. They don't, it's not culturally something they're very aware of, but we want to change that so that they know that there are people all around the world giving back to them. Yeah. Thank you.
Part of my favorite part in season 5 is actually watching Clarke become a mom. I loved it. I mean, she wasn't yours, but she was your adopted daughter, basically. Anyways, and I see that that's really portrayed towards the end when she's putting her to bed in Cairo sleep. I really see that. So my question is, how do you, what are measures that you're taking for you to be able to portray a mother role?
So, sorry, say that last part again. I'm so sorry.
Are you researching, or just how do you portray that mother role on?
I have a lot of kids in Thailand, man. And I was a teacher before, like in between roles. I was a drama teacher and a dialect coach for kids. And I raised my, little brother and 2 little sisters, and it's always kind of been in me to look after. I've always had that instinct, and so this was like easy. I mean, getting to work with Lola as well, who's just so amazing, and she's such a self-aware little beautiful smart kid. She did feel like, I did feel like I wanted to take her under my wing. She made it really easy, and yeah, I guess all those past experiences. So. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hi, my question was just over all the 5 seasons that we've seen Clarke so far, she's had so many different looks to her, from season 1 when they landed, through Juanita, through becoming a mom and taking care of Maddie. Which one was your absolute favorite to be dressed up in for the duration of that time period?
I mean, I love my season 5 look. I love the short hair and like the jacket and the leather pants and the coolness of that. But I mean, my favorite look it'll always be just season 1 because I don't know, it's very special to me, which is why I want to steal the jacket.
Hamley, very comfortable Hamley.
I'm gonna steal it. Yeah, and it was comfy. And then I found it later in Free People, which is a store in Vancouver, and I was like, oh, I got it from, so I bought one for myself. It's not as dirty. Hopefully not. Or covered in blood.
Hopefully not. Next question.
With no spoilers, how many times is Clarke going to make us cry in season 6?
Oh boy! Now you've got to make me think of like every episode that we did. Because there are some where I think you'll actually really enjoy this kind of change in her, and you won't be crying. That's a tease.
That's a good tease. Clarke will make you cry all the time.
Do it.
Yes, good job.
Will she make us laugh?
Yes.
Clarke Griffin is going to make you laugh in season 6.
So. I hope so.
All right, we have time for 2 more questions. The cast is bursting at the seams through these doors.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're like excited to close this baby out.
Oh,
So we want to get just a few more questions, please. So go ahead.
So I have like a 2-part question. The first thing is, I noticed like in the 100, there's a lot of like callbacks and like parallels and stuff, and I see that a lot with like Maddie and Clarke, and like Abby and Clarke's relationship. So I want to know if you think, like if Clarke realizes, you know, that she's in the position like her mother was in a few seasons ago.
Yeah, I absolutely do. I think the reason that she was able to finally forgive her mother and to, you know, mend so many things, even though she was going through this tumultuous time in season 5, was because she finally knew what it was like to have a daughter and to do anything. Like, I mean, leaving Bellamy and the kids for her and everything, like that sort of sacrifice for your kid, you know, she'd never experienced before, and now she understands it in her mum.
I was also wondering, like, Maddie's going to be like in a journey to leadership like Clarke was, and I wonder, I mean, I know you can't say too much, but like if she, or how she's going to like react to that, if she's going to be like Clarke, who like internalized it and made herself feel guilty, or like Lexa, who like removed herself entirely.
Sorry, say that again.
Sorry. If like Maddie's, you know, journey to leadership is going to be like Clarke's, where she just, you know, made herself, or she just felt guilty, or if it's going to be like Lexa's, where she just removed emotion entirely.
I don't think Clarke's really capable of removing emotion. She's tried that before and it didn't work. So I think she does address things because she does feel guilty. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, this will be the last question of the con. I apologize, but the whole class is coming out. So just, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I took the whole mic off there because it was really short. My question is real swift, because I talked to you at the VIP party, if you remember me, I know it was a blur, about your name. I'm the name girl today. So Clarke means clerk, and it's
right.
derivative of scribe. And therefore, the book that you created with Maddie was kind of a gospel, in a sense, of your trip, of your journey together, in a sense, right? Which I thought was very cool. But then your last name is Griffin, which goes with the Griffin from King Arthur, which is quite interesting.
Well,
and my question,
yeah,
and like as the Griffin, you protected Maddie like she was like the Holy Grail, in a sense.
Well, I like that.
Of knowledge and everything. So my question to you, if you were an Arthurian, a legend, who would you be?
Oh boy. I don't know. I haven't done much research on these
Give her
sorts
some
of...
goddess names to choose from.
Yeah, and I'll just choose the one I like the best.
I can give you, okay, you have Lancelot, you have Guinevere, you have Arthur, you have Galahad, you have, Azil and
Is there one that you would assign to me?
Personally, you are the princess. I think you're the king, and you keep pulling levers because you gotta pull the sword.
As in Arthur?
Yes.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. Oh, we gotta, okay. Thank you guys. And thank you guys. I'm gonna go backstage and then go back out.
All right, go ahead and then tell them to all come back out. That'd be great. Someone left this at a table. It's a signpost about our cast. So please come see us. It is a last year's. Okay, wonder about last year. You want to come grab it? Because we have time. Thank you. You guys.